Hi guys, Chamion here from Frittata by Chamion. I hope all is well. I am going to do a frittata for you all. Usually frittata contains like a medley or a variety, wide range of vegetables. Some persons might keep it simply two, for instance, mushroom and asparagus. Okay, some persons put corn, potatoes. Usually, a lot of times frittata contains cooked potato in cubes. I am not going to be using potatoes in my own. I'm going to, in this one, let me state up front. For this one, I'm going to be using 8 medium eggs, bell peppers or sweet pepper green, 2 small ones or medium, some diced, freshly diced tomatoes. This is 4 in here with the seeds removed. White onion, actual white onion. Don't think it is colored onion. Is the actual white onion where the skin, everything is white. You all understand that? Really white onion. Don't think this is it here in its raw form. So white onions, I run it on the mandolin. So it's in slivered form or very thinly sliced. Okay. I have a few chopped ham, processed ham, not the picnic ham. I have some capers, of course, some Kalamata olives, and I'm going to be using a special type of cheese. Also, next thing with the traditional or conventional frittata, it's done in the oven. So once you are doing it in the oven, you want to use a pan, a pot that can go straight from the stove top to the oven. They don't transfer it into any baking dish. You all understood that? You all know I make it as plain as possible for you all to understand. So look for one in your pots. Today with technology and the advancement of a lot of different things, we have some really good cookware that transform from your range or stove top directly into your oven. Even the ones with silicone handles at time, but please note, make sure your cookware it's marked safe, oven safe, and even when it's safe, it can only take up to a certain temperature in your oven. Okay, take factors like that into mind. So if you are not familiar with what Kalamata olives are, this is what they are. This is what it is. Sorry. See how rare it is? Very meaty and, you know, different texture somewhat to the regular olives. It's pitted, of course. If you don't eat ham, use some smoked turkey or bacon turkey in there, or you get the gist, or even the if you want a more healthier version, use like there is a lot of different stuff that you can use in here, because for instance you might not be vegetarian, but they have these vegetarian sausages and things now. You might just be for somewhat of a change. You all understood that? So I'm going to move on. I'm going to get straight into things this moment. I am going to do it in my skillet. That's why I was saying traditionally it is used in the oven. It is baked in the oven. That is why I was saying that. So I'm getting ready to add oil to my skillet. You can use avocado oil, grapeseed oil, extra virgin olive oil, coconut, cold press oil, canola oil, any oil you like that is very mild in flavor. So like I said, I have the avocado oil here. This is it in this green bottle, still sealed, okay? So I'm going to use some of my canola oil. You can put a bit of butter also. You realize that my skillet is also like a grilling one, but that isn't important. Skillet cooking and cooking with different things like these is very popular in certain nations of the earth. They make really nice one-pot meals. So just let me just make sure it's coated, right? So there it went. I'm gonna just get in my veg first. Simply because the veg releases a lot of liquid, and I don't want that liquid, too much of it release in my go with your tomatoes second, or tomatoes. So let me just get it somewhat cooked off a bit before I add the eggs, because you don't want your frittata somewhat watered down in taste or texture, okay? You want to beat your eggs. You want to beat your eggs with a whisk. I use my conventional or traditional whisk. I did not use the electronic one. So this is just a process to to allow those liquids to get in the oil versus onto my, because once I add the egg, it's not going to be like this anymore. You all understood that? I'm just going to put a bit of my fine sea salt. I won't be using the grinder, although I have it on hand, sorry. This is some fine sea salt, as you can see. And I'll say about a quarter of a teaspoon. I don't say pinch. Yeah, so since it's like this now, I'm going to get in my onions for flavor. This is the only time that this is going to take in that intense nice onion flavor. I'm going to put in my Kalamata olives. Not much. Please remember, all these things contain salt. So be very wise in salting, seasoning or salting your stuff. I'm going to use my capers at this stage for the same reason, for it to pick up that flavor, those flavors in the pocket, in the skillet here. There goes my chopped ham. For more international taste, I did not add any chardonnay and pimento peppers and stuff like that. Things like these they are international dishes, and you won't see people cooking international cooks, regardless of whether they are professional or not, using those things in these stuff, okay? Frittata also contains cheese. So I have some deli cheese, very premium deli cheese in slices that I'm going to put in at the top. So in went my 8 beaten eggs. Just looks so good. I have to get some. I'm going to get my cheese directly on top. I'm not even going to slice up those cheese. You don't want to stir it or do anything to it. You see how beautiful it's looking already, right? I'm just going to rest every slice to cover the top. And just let it go for a while. See the cheese that I spoke to you all and say it's premium? Yes, it is. Very premium cheese. Behaves so nicely. So that's it. We want to wait for it to set. You all want to keep watching for me to show you all. I'm going to put the black pepper only at the final stages of this, okay? I don't like eggs and such done with the black pepper while cooking. Okay? So you want to keep watching. I'm going to just cover it. Of course, there's a splatter on every area of my cover because you all was noticing as it was cooking what was happening. The oils from the skillet was going like everywhere, literally. So you want to cover it and not mess with it. Same goes when you're getting it into your oven. The cheese is already starting to melt in certain parts, so it can just gorgeous. You don't want to worry about the underneath side of it having those grill lines. That's not important. It's not going to go face side up on the on your plate. That's what I wanted to say. It's just so gorgeous looking. Okay, when it's fully set, that's when it's cooked. It's going to take shorter in the skillet than it could have done in any oven. And that's why I choose to use the skillet, because I wanted it in a faster, to cook in a faster way. We have a lot of students that watch my demos also. And they can, you know, if they in their dorm rooms and so forth, their cooking is usually ruled out in the contracts. They can use things like these. Okay, so just want to cover it and not mess with it until it's fully set. So keep watching. So I'm getting ready to add oil to my skillet. You can use avocado oil, grapeseed oil, extra virgin olive oil, coconut, cold pressed oil, canola oil, any oil you like that is very mild in flavor. So like I said, I have the avocado oil here. This is it in this green bottle, still sealed, okay? So I'm going to use some of my canola oil. You can put a bit of butter also. You realize that my skillet is also like a grilling one, but that isn't important. Skillet cooking and cooking with different things like these is very popular in certain nations of the earth. They make really nice one-pot meals. So just let me just make sure it's coated, right? So there it went. I'm gonna just get in my veg first. Simply because the veg releases a lot of liquid, and I don't want that liquid, too much of it release in my go with your tomatoes second, or tomatoes. So let me just get it somewhat cooked off a bit before I add the eggs, because you don't want your frittata somewhat watered down in taste or texture, okay? You want to beat your eggs. You want to beat your eggs with a whisk. I use my conventional or traditional whisk. I did not use the electronic one. So this is just a process to allow those liquids to get in the oil versus onto my, because once I add the egg, it's not going to be like this anymore. You all understood that? I'm just going to put a bit of my fine sea salt. I won't be using the grinder, although I have it on hand, sorry. This is some fine sea salt, as you can see. And I'll say about a quarter of a teaspoon. I don't say pinch. Yeah, so since it's like this now, I'm going to get in my onions for flavor. This is the only time that this is going to take me that intense nice onion flavor. I'm going to put in my Kalamata olives. Not much. Please remember, all these things contain salt, so be very wise in salting, seasoning or salting your stuff. I'm going to use my capers at this stage for the same reason, for it to pick up that flavor, those flavors in the top here, in the skillet here. There goes my chopped ham. For more international taste, I did not add any chardonnay and pimento peppers and stuff like that. Things like these they are international dishes, and you won't see people cooking, international cooks, regardless of whether they are professional or not, using those things in these stuff, okay? Frittata also contains cheese. So I have some deli cheese, very premium deli cheese in slices, that I'm going to put in at the top. So in went my 8 beaten eggs. Just looks so good. I have to get some. I'm going to get my cheese directly on top. I'm not even going to slice up those cheese. You don't want to stir it or do anything to it. You see how beautiful it's looking already, right? I'm just going to rest every slice to cover the top. And just let it go for a while. See the cheese that I spoke to you all and say it's premium? Yes, it is. Very premium cheese. Behaves so nicely. So that's it. We want to wait for it to set. You all want to keep watching for me to show you all. I'm going to put the black pepper only at the final stages of this, okay? I don't like eggs and such done with the black pepper while cooking, okay? So you want to keep watching. I'm going to just cover it. Of course, there's a splatter on every area of my cover because you all was noticing as it was cooking what was happening. The oils from the skillet was going like everywhere, literally. So you want to cover it and not mess with it. Same goes when you're getting it into your oven. The cheese is already starting to melt in certain parts, so it can just gorgeous. You don't want to worry about the underneath side of it having those grill lines. That's not important. It's not going to go face side up on the on your plate. That's what I wanted to say. It's just so gorgeous looking. Okay, when it's fully set, that's when it's cooked. It's going to take shorter in the skillet than it could have done in any oven. And that's why I choose to use the skillet, because I wanted it in a faster, to cook in a faster way. We have a lot of students that watch my demos also. And they can, you know, if they in their dorm rooms and so forth, their cooking is usually ruled out in the contracts. They can use things like these. Okay, so just want to cover it and not mess with it until it's fully set. So keep watching. So guys, my frittata is done in my skillet. My skillet frittata is finished cooking. Looks just like a feast in the skillet there. Cook time 15 minutes in the skillet. I have a lot of international viewers. If you want to know, in my skillet it took on medium settings, not high. It's going to burn and be undercooked on the inside or raw. So I had it on medium settings for that 15 minutes and it's fully cooked. You might be wondering, Chamion, how will I know when this frittata is done? You simply get a toothpick or a cake tester. I have a bamboo toothpick here. Any toothpick will work. You put it in the center. Once it comes out clean, your frittata is fully cooked. You always want to test the center because with food and cakes and so forth, the outer parts always cook first. You can get a false cook. Yes, so it can make you think that it's cooked, which is going to be false if you check the outer parts, okay? So I'm going to get ready to cut into my frittata. I have my Pro, my favorite knife. That's the name of this device. Both of them, I'm going to use one because I want to protect the coating of my skillet, okay? It's non-stick coated, so I have to protect it. So, you want to take it off of the stage. It's very nice and puffy. I'll say it gives the exact same results as the oven. Conventional or traditional oven. Really it does. Okay? So, you just want to cut it in basically like triangle size. Remember, cheese is at the top, okay? So don't think it's raw eggs. If you were paying attention, you will have noticed that I did use the premium deli cheese slices to cover the entire top of my frittata. If I'm to put frittata in a category, for those of you that are familiar with it to understand, I'll say it's more or less a baked omelette. If I have to classify it for you all to understand what it is. The cheese is just so nice on the kitchen, smells just amazing. I'm just taking my time because you all know how I feel about the presentation of food. People eat with their eyes first. I tell you all that all the time, and it's not a myth. The right tools is everything also. You want to make sure you always have the right tools to get off your stuff. Makes no sense. You took your time, cook something lovely, bake something lovely, and to present it, it's a mess because you don't have the right tools, okay? That cheese on top of there, cheese lover is going to be really excited. So let's get it out of here. Let's get out a wedge. Okay? We have seen the Kalamata olive coming through just brilliant, and so forth and so forth. We're going to do a closer shot for you guys. I'm seeing a bit of the capers. It's very brilliantly done. So that's what your frittata should look like. Okay, guys, as always, this was my pleasure. It's always my pleasure when I come and do a demo for you all. That Kalamata olive on there is ridiculous. Look at the piece of ham. So, I thank you all for watching. To my new subscribers and supporters and fans, I take the time to welcome you to Food by Chamion. You are more than a number to me. Food by Chamion, we are all over social media literally. We have an Instagram public account. We have a public Facebook account, both under the same name, Food by Chamion. I have a business account on Pinterest. Food by Chamion is the name of that account. I have an email address for the business, which is foodbychamion@gmail.com. I have a website, www.foodbychamion.com. I also now have a blog. You can find me on my blog. It's going to be posted. My blog is going to be posted on my social media accounts. The address for that blog. Okay, so you want to find me there. Guys, until I meet you all, thank you for all your amazing support, your positivity for those of you that are positive. I'll see you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.